Today we're going to be learning how to measure angles and how to draw them. So you're going to need a piece of paper, a marker, and of course your protractor to measure angles. And so I want you guys to really focus on placing the hole at the center of that end point where the two rays meet, and the line right on top of one of your rays. It doesn't matter which one. It's usually easier to just do it with the one that's more at the bottom. But I'm gonna show you how to do this. So I'm gonna lower my screen so you guys can see my workspace. And there we go. So let's say I want to draw an angle that is 25 degrees. So I'm first gonna draw a line. Actually, it becomes a ray because it has an end point and just it goes on one side. Again, I'm gonna place the hole right on top of that end point, and this line needs to be like right there. It's not okay because it's not on top of it. You guys can see it right there. So I need to make sure that this line, the line on my protractor, is right on top of that ray. Now that it is, I'm gonna see that since my ray is pointing this way, the 0 is actually on the outside measurements. If I follow the inside measurements, it starts with 180, 170, even though they don't put it. It's 180, 170, so I don't need that. I need to start with 0. And I said I was going to measure an angle that was 35 degrees. So that's going to be 10, 20, 30, and here's 40. So between right in the middle, between 30 and 40 is 35. So I just place a little point right there. And then I use the straight edge of my protractor, the part that looks like a ruler. Make sure that it's touching that point and this other end point right here. And I don't need to make my ray all the way over here. I can just keep it like as short as I want, like right there, because we know that rays extend indefinitely in one direction. So if I continue it, it would be the same. And then I do this and I label 35 degrees. Now, if I wanted to measure an angle that's 100 degrees, and I'm going to go now to the other side. Here's my end point. There's my ray pointing into that direction. I place the center on the end point and make sure that this line is right on top of my ray. And now my ray is pointing to this direction. So at the bottom I have 180. I don't want to start with 180. I want to start with 0. So I'm going to use the inside measurements. And I said I wanted an angle that was 100 degrees. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I put a point right there. Use my straight edge to make sure that I'm connecting them both. Even if I don't want to make it all the way here, I know that if I continued, it would. So I'm just going to make it like that, and that's 100 degrees. Oops. All right, and I know that this is an acute angle because it's less than 90. I know this is an obtuse angle because it's more than 90. So this would be acute. This is obtuse. Now, if I wanted to measure an angle that's, let's say, 60 degrees. I placed my end point in the hole and the line on top, and I'm using the outside arc, so 60 degrees is right there. I connect both points right there and make a line, a ray, pointing towards it. And this is 60 degrees. I know it's less than 90 degrees, so it's acute. Here, if I want to make a 90-degree angle. And you see how I don't even worry about if this line is, totally like flat, parallel to the bottom of my page. It doesn't matter. Now I'm going to use this to make a straight right angle. And I know a right angle is 90 degrees, so it's right there. And I don't want a line that goes all the way here. I want a line that goes kind of like just to here. So I do this, ray, and it forms a corner edge right here, a square corner. Usually 90 degrees are labeled like that. And so this is called a right angle. Okay? And I'm going to show you how to draw a straight angle. So here's my end point. And I know straight angles measure 180 degrees. So if I start going 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and I continue, and here's 180 degrees. So that means when I continue this, it forms just a straight line, and this is called a straight angle. And that's 180 degrees. So, hope this helps you. And if you need to watch this again, just go ahead and watch it. And make sure that you guys do a great job measuring angles. And you have some work to do on Seesaw that will ask you to be measuring some stuff and drawing. Okay?